riding steel. The rubber hits the road. I'm done doing what I'm told. I'm doing what I want, riding steel. Leather on my back and the wind in my face. I'm one with the highway and with the human race. This iron horse will separate the bull from what is real. It's the nature of the beast, we're riding steel. It's the nature of the beast, we're riding steel. We're riding steel.
Welcome back to another episode of Ridin' Steel. Todd Sanders here. We're in Arundel, Maine at the ever-popular Bentley Saloon. Bentley Warren opens up his establishment for numerous causes. Today, June 6, 2015, we're here for the Chris Collins ride. Chris Collins is a 29-year-old young man who unfortunately put his motorcycle down in 2008. After putting his bike down, he struck a mailbox or mailbox post and then a tree, which resulted in him being paralyzed from the chest down. So we're gathered here today to bring awareness about people with permanent handicaps and what they can do to continue to live full lives. He's a very active young man. You're going to see that. We're going to talk to him in a few minutes. We'll hopefully talk to his mother. Perhaps we'll even talk to Bentley, but there are many people here. It's an ever-popular establishment, ever-popular destination. A lot of bikes here already. It's 9:30. The ride leaves at 10. This ride will take us from Bentley's to Reynolds Motorsports in Gorham, and then we will head to Willie's Ale House in Acton, and then return back here to Bentley's Saloon. So hopefully you'll stay with us and learn a little bit more about Chris and what he's experienced since his unfortunate accident.
Till we're sweated out on the streets of a runaway American dream. And night we'll ride through the mansions of glory, suicide machines. All from cages out on highways back home, you feel rejected and stepping out over line. Whoa, baby, this town rips the bones up the back. It's a death trap, it's a suicide rap. We gotta get out while we're young.
I'm back now with Judy Sullivan. Judy, you represent the Maine Adaptive Sports and Recreation Organization. Can you tell us a little bit about what that organization does?
Well, we're a nonprofit. We're 33 years old. We provide recreational opportunities for people with permanent physical disabilities, and we do it for free.
Now, first of all, how did you get involved in a project such as this?
Well, my husband got a job at Sunday River, so I had to find something to do, and I happened into Maine Handicap Skiing, which was our name at that point, and now we're Maine Adaptive. So I'm now program director. Yeah.
And obviously, I don't know if Tom's getting it, but we have the website right behind us on the van. So if you want more information about this organization, you could certainly go to their website. Do you know Chris?
I do. That's why I'm here. He asked me to come, and I couldn't resist.
I haven't had the opportunity to talk to Chris yet. I don't know what order Steve will place these interviews in for the episode, but can you tell us a little bit about Chris and your experiences with him since it was 2008 that he had his accident?
Right, and he came to us not too long afterward and tried monoskiing. It was a challenge for a bit, but he's doing really well, and he cycles with us in the summer and does a lot of rides for other people, and I hope this one's successful.
Well, it looks like it's going to be. I mean, we're still probably a half hour or so before the kickstand's up, and bikes are still rolling in. There's a good crowd already. It's not a great day. I mean, we're here June 6th, and it feels like a fall. Steve was saying on the ride down, there's a frost warning tonight, but it's Maine, and we're used to that. But what are some of the pieces of equipment that you've got here with you today?
Today I have a foot-powered cycle, a hand-powered cycle. I have a slider that we use in the winter for somebody that has a stroke or whatever. I have a dual ski. That usually is tethered on the hill, but can be independent. We do cycling, paddling, hiking, fishing in the summer, and then Nordic and alpine skiing in the winter.
You mentioned the skiing. I tried skiing for the first time this past one. I loved it.
Yeah.
I wasn't real good at it, but to get on a mountain and especially someone who doesn't have full control of all their faculties. I mean, it must be it was a challenge for me, so I can only imagine what the challenge is for those individuals.
But the monoskiers really stick together. They're a real great group. We even have a monoski camp. We had our 3rd monoski camp this year, and we had 19 monoskiers at the camp. Yeah, so they...
You know, and I have to think, you know, when someone goes through a catastrophic injury or something like that, there must be a feeling that they've lost this ability to do all these things. So when I look over there and I see all those pieces of equipment, I mean, it's truly inspirational for people to be able to get out and do these type of events.
Well, you know, you go through rehab, but this is the best rehab, getting outdoors and using adaptive equipment and getting back into life.
So if you or you know anyone out there that may have experienced something like this and could benefit from activities such as this, I would certainly encourage you to check out Maine Adaptive. What if someone was watching and just wanted to maybe assist in some other ways? Are there other ways that people can assist?
Well, we have volunteers. We have over 400 volunteers that assist with teaching the lessons and supporting people. So people can volunteer or be participants.
And I'll tell you, there's something to be said. There's an internal satisfaction for helping other people out.
Yeah, I've been with Maine Adaptive for 18 years, and I told the board of directors they're going to have to take me out in a box.
So if you are watching, you know someone who could benefit from activities such as this, or if you would like to assist others, get that internal good, happy feeling that we're talking about, I encourage you to do so. Check out the website.
Attention parents, kids, and educators, join Keeping Kids Safe and Ride and Steel Friday, February 19th from 5 to 7:30 at Happy Wheels Skate Center in Portland as we continue our efforts to educate on internet safety and bring awareness to the issue of bullying.
Join us for Marley's Ride, Sunday, May 15th, 2016, at Pepper's Bar and Grill in Winthrop, Maine, and help support the Julie Kluge Camp for Girls. Please go to www.rideandsteel.com for details.
All right, with me now, it's my great pleasure to have the whole Collins family. We got Jerry and Lori, and obviously Chris. I'm going to turn my back to you for just 1 second. I apologize because I want to talk to you two for just a minute. We were talking before the camera went hot, and I was talking about my mother's always saying, you know, when I got on my bike, oh Todd, please be careful. Todd, please be careful, and I always brush her off. So, Mom, I'm sorry about that if you're watching. But 2008, obviously you got the phone call that no parent wants to get. And if you don't mind just taking us back to that moment, can you just tell us what that experience was like for you?
Heart-wrenching. I mean, you don't know what to think at that point, you know, because we heard he was in an accident. We didn't really know exactly what was going on until we got to the hospital, and then, you know, they said that he probably wouldn't walk ever again. So that kind of like, whoa, you know, it brings you to reality that is this really happening? You know, it's...
I mean, I have to believe there was at least some relief he was alive.
Yes,
absolutely.
So, I mean, and then obviously life throws us things that we have to deal with. So what has it been like for your family since 2008? You know, we're pushing 7 years now.
Well, we're very fortunate we have good friends and family to support.
Lots of support.
Without the support, we wouldn't have been able to make it. I mean, it was... To have the friends and family that we have, we're very, very fortunate. Very fortunate.
And that's the thing I see as we do these charity rides, as we do the bike nights, things like that. It's the outpouring of support. And today it's not only the support of family, but it's the support of strangers.
Yes, absolutely.
Tell us a little bit about the ride.
We are leaving. We're starting here at Bentley's. We're going to go to Reynolds in Buxton, and then we're going to go to Willie's Ale Room in Acton, and back here to Bentley's.
What motivated you? I'm assuming you guys were the motivating factors behind this ride starting. What prompted you, especially after it was a motorcycle accident, you know, that I could see some resentment about motorcycles, I could see some anger. What motivated you to have a charity motorcycle event after such an incident?
Some of our friends started the bike run. They put the bike run together the first year, and we've all been grouping together and doing it each year since. As you can see, Chris is...
I'm going to talk to him. I see the look on your face when you say that, but I'm going to talk to him about that in a minute.
He was on his bike when he had his accident, obviously, and everything. He rebuilt that bike and rode it. And now he's on this, and I'm much happier.
You know, I will tell you, I think if you ask any motorcyclist, any biker, if they're ever going to go, they probably want to go on their bike and not, you know, in a bed in a home someday. But I'm going to ask him about his ride. I'm going to turn to Chris right now and talk to you for just a second. First of all, tell us a little bit, if you don't mind, about the whole 2008, what you experienced.
Well, I was going a little bit fast for the roads I was on, but it was kind of the excitement that I always enjoyed, was going fast, taking corners, and enjoying the ride. But I came around a corner and had to lay my bike down, so I ended up laying it down and ended up out in the woods and smacked a tree and broke my back. And ever since then, I've had no sensation from the chest down. It's been a long journey, but it's been pretty good. I've had a lot of support.
Well, and the one thing that I heard as we were talking to the main adaptive people, and people mentioned to me when I first got here, is that this has not slowed you down at all.
No, I think it might have actually sped me up a little bit. Yeah, it's kind of determination at that point. Yeah, it's more of like, you think you're going to get me down? He's like, no, I'm just like, I'm going to do what I'm going to do and go for it. So.
Now, just hearing you talk the way you're talking right now, do you do any speaking? Do you do any advocacy for others that are experiencing situations such as yours?
I haven't really done anything in like a big group or anything, but I do go to the hospital and talk to people that are newly injured, one-on-one, and with their family and stuff, but nothing in a big group or anything.
Now, tell me about the Can-Am behind us.
Yeah, well, that's the second bike that I got on after my accident, and it's worked out really great because I can actually put my wheelchair right on the back. That's the biggest thing for me, because if you get somewhere, I have no way to get off and get out and enjoy what I'm out there to do. So I can actually put it right on the back, get it on and off by myself, do everything independently.
You know, I was thinking independence was a word that was in my mind as you were saying that, and I can understand that probably when you experience something like you feel that maybe that independence is taken away from you, but you're a testament to the fact that that's not the case.
Yeah, it's basically brain power, whatever you put your mind to, and make the independence yourself. You know, make yourself do it.
So a couple words of wisdom there from Chris today. So I'm assuming this event's going to continue. What year are we in? What year is this? Seventh. Okay, so this is 7th year. So hopefully this won't show till later in the year, but hopefully you'll join us for either the 8th or 9th episode, 8th or 9th ride out of Bentley's. Always going to stage here at Bentley's. Bentley, pretty good guy to work with, is he?
He and Lisa are awesome.
We have a date for the next year, don't we? Don't we have a date already?
Well, we're going to pump the date right now for next year.
June 4th.
June 4th. So June 4th, 2016. Hopefully everyone will be here to join Chris and his family. Great people, great cause, and you are truly an inspiration to us all. So I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Well, today's ride, I hope you all get gas. It's 96 miles round trip. We're going to leave here, go to Reynolds. From Reynolds, we're going to head up to Willie's, and that's probably the longest part of the trek, going to Willie's. We'll get there roughly about 12:30, and we'll be back here at Bentley's around 2. So we'll make that trip. When we do the ride, we want to make sure it's safe. We're going to ride staggered. Mike, you want to grab the British version of riding staggered because they're on the other side of the road? So we want to ride staggered. Please, that gives everybody a chance if something comes up in front of them, they can move over one way or another. We got a chase vehicle that's going to load you up. We're not going to leave anybody behind.
All right, this is Chris's mom, and Lori, you started this ride to assist Chris with expenses, right, for
Correct.
his medical needs,
Yes.
right? And so, explain to the people watching what that is about,
So,
briefly.
as far as any of his injury is, he's paralyzed from the chest down. So any medical expenses that aren't paid by any insurance at this point, I was able to get him on my insurance at work, which is helpful. Anything for his adaptive van repairs and stuff, anything that's out of pocket,
Right.
the money to help defray the cost for all of that stuff is the money
What
that
this
we're
is for.
raising.
And does this include some of the extracurricular activities that he's doing and stuff?
Everything that the money that we raise is set aside, and we have to submit our receipts
Right.
for. It's mostly medical stuff or things for adaptive wheelchair. His
Something to
van.
help make life a little bit
Yep.
easier.
Yes.
Right. So all these other challenges that he puts himself through and stuff, this is something that he decides to do on the side,
Yes.
right? Basically.
Yes.
Yeah. Interesting.
He started off with skiing with Maine Adaptive Sports.
Yep.
It's now Maine Adaptive Recreation.
Right.
He's joined into hand cycling. He does Kelly Brush Century Ride in September. That's a 50-mile hand cycle.
Right.
He's now instructing at Sunday River for Maine Adaptive
Right.
for skiing, mono-skiing. What else? I mean,
He's a busy man,
It's
and
endless.
it's
He's
good-
doing Trek Across Maine this year.
Oh, no kidding, really?
That's 180 miles over 3 days, hand cycling.
Oh my God. Oh my
So,
God.
he's
I can't
busy.
even do that, and I'm in supposedly good condition.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And he's going to college and he's working at Cabela's.
Nice.
So he's very, very busy.
Right. Well, thank you for that update, Lori.
Great, thanks.
Yeah, good to see you as
You
always.
too.
Bye.
In the day we're sweated out on the streets of a runaway American dream. And night we ride through the mansions of glory, suicide machines. All from cages out on highway and back home, you feel rejected and stepping out over land. Whoa, baby, this town rips the bones up the back. It's a death trap, it's a suicide rap. We gotta get out while we're young. Tramps like us, maybe we were born to run.
Attention parents, kids, and educators, join Keeping Kids Safe and Ridin' Steel Friday, February 19th from 5 to 7:30 at Happy Wheels Skate Center in Portland as we continue our efforts to educate on internet safety and bring awareness to the issue of bullying.
Join us for Marley's Ride, Sunday, May 15th, 2016, at Pepper's Bar and Grill in Winthrop, Maine, and help support the Julie Kluge Camp for Girls. Please go to www.ridensteel.com for details.
Open my window, look to the sky. Orange sunshine lights my eyes. Mountain high floats on by. You don't even wonder why. Laid out in the sun, 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 laid out in the sun.
All right, we're nearing the end of the ride here. The second stop was at Willie's Ale Room in Acton, is it? This is Acton, Maine. We're just down the road from Iron Tails. I didn't realize it was so close. With me, I have Chris Collins and, of course, Todd Sanders, who opened the show for you. And, you know, I had an opportunity to speak with Chris at the beginning of the show. We learned a lot about the organization that's called Maine
Adaptive Sports and Recreation.
Right, all right, and we got to talk with them. But, you know, out here in the parking lot, Todd, I was talking to Chris, and I learned that this organization, Maine Adaptive, also raises money to help offset the expenses that it takes to ski downhill and do the sports that they are behind, the bicycling and all of that stuff, right, Chris?
Yeah, they do downhill skiing, cross-country skiing. They do cycling, kayaking, golfing, shooting, stuff like that. We do a fundraiser every year just for that organization and raise all the money for the whole year to get people to go out and do it without the out-of-pocket cost.
Right, and so we're talking about a sum of money of upwards of $380,000 that they raise to assist people with disabilities so that they can still continue to have a quality of life, right? And also to work out the rest of your body, right, Chris? You're a young man. You know, how old are you, anyways?
29.
Yeah, he's only 29 years old. So you were like 21 when you had the accident occur in 2008. Right, so it's been a lot of years already, and he's still going strong. He's still testing his physical abilities all the time. From what I understand, talking to Lori, his mom, you have a great attitude, and now you're also a volunteer for Maine Adaptive as well. And you know, that's got to be a rewarding experience to be able to comfort someone who's just going through the starting phases of what you experienced 8 years ago.
Yeah, it's amazing to see the smiles on their faces, and the exact same time as back when I was doing it, that was a thing too. It started off a little hesitant and kind of aggravating, and then you hit it and you get it and you get to go and do whatever you can do, and that's when the smile brings on, and that's awesome to see from other people. It's just kind of like they've given to me, and I'm glad to give back to them. It's awesome.
That's terrific. So, Todd, what did you think of today, you know, of all those people that you've spoken with and, you know, the ride itself and whatnot?
You know, we were moving ahead and trying to catch the ride coming by to get video, so I didn't get to do the ride itself. But you know, just the sheer number of people that showed up today, just listen to this young man speak. I mean, he's an inspiration. You know, the thing that I really stood out to me was when we made the stop at Reynolds. I got to look at the plate on your Spider. What's the plate? What is it?
Second Life.
Second Life. You know, I think that's indicative. I mean, that's just so reflective of where we are right now with Chris. I just met Chris today for the first time, but like I said, he's an inspiration. He was thrown an obstacle, he was thrown a challenge in his life, and he was able to overcome it, and in many ways, from what I've heard, surpassed maybe where he was prior to the accident. So a condition which often I hate the term handicapping, because I don't consider him a handicapped.
You know, it's funny that you bring that up, because when we were on the ride towards here to meet up with the main group coming in, the thoughts were going through my mind about you, you know, and I was thinking, like, you know, 8 years ago, a tragedy occurred where you got in a motorcycle accident. But you know what? Your life and all the things that you've accomplished, I think, far exceeds what you would have done if that accident never have occurred. Does that make sense to you? Do you understand what I'm trying to say there?
Oh, yeah.
And I was thinking about that, and I'm going, man, you know, it's amazing how a man can take a disability like this, you know, a life-changing event, literally, and turn it around and look at all the things that you have taken on, you've challenged yourself with, and you've accomplished. And now you're out there reaching out to others and providing them peace and solace and hope and encouragement that they can do what you did.
Yeah, that's well said. Exactly.
Well, good. That means I don't have to interview anymore because I said it all for you.
He used to say it was truly. I've never done this ride. I didn't do it last year. I don't think I've ever done this ride. And, you know, I certainly would want to do it again. And anyone watching, I mean, if you just want to hang out with a truly inspirational young man, and it's a great ride. I don't know if is the same route every year.
No, it's been changing every year.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's you know, in some ways that's a plus, because if you've been on the ride once or twice, we cover a lot of rides, and if it's the same old route, you know, that can be repetitive for us. So it's a new ride every year, a new route. This was a great route, great people, and like I said, I can't give enough accolades to you. Not only that, but you're riding again, which I think is impressive. And I think if I'm not mistaken, I think you had a rather attractive young lady on the back here.
Yeah, a very attractive young lady.
Not that I noticed
Absolutely.
that, but I could be mistaken. But
you shouldn't be looking at stuff like that. You're supposed to be thinking.
I was videotaping,
Yeah.
so I had to see. I had to see what I was taping. So you know what? I tip my hat to this young man and give him all the credit, because he truly is an inspiration.
Right. And, you know, I want to, with these closing remarks, I pretty much want to say that, you know, we kind of covered two rides today. We got to introduce you to Chris here and all of, you know, and give you some highlight of what he's done and accomplished in his life. But we also got to introduce you to the Maine Adaptive organization that he is part of and what they're doing to help other people who have experienced what he has experienced. So if you know, have any questions, you know, please go to the website that was announced at the start of the show. And I want to thank you all for watching Ride and Steel. Please, I encourage you to go to my calendar at rideandsteel.com if you're a charity ride organizer, and post the event. Even if you're not an organizer and you know of an event and you go to my calendar and it's not there, get it on there, because we love to just go on that calendar, look around and see what's available for us to go on for rides on the weekend, and we could just, you know, show up just about anywhere. But we need your help to do that. So I'm Steve Marois with
Todd Sanders
and
Chris Collin.
I want to thank you for watching Ride and Steel.
Hi, I'm Peggy Collin. I'm from Lisbon, Maine, and I want to thank you for watching Riding Steel.
Attention parents, kids, and educators, join Keeping Kids Safe and Ride and Steel Friday, February 19th from 5 to 7:30 at Happy Wheels Skate Center in Portland as we continue our efforts to educate on internet safety and bring awareness to the issue of bullying.
Join us for Marley's Ride Sunday, May 15th, 2016 at Pepper's Bar and Grill in Winthrop, Maine, and help support the Julie Kluge Camp for Girls. Please go to www.rideandsteel.com for details.